Hey, what's up, guys? Delpstar930 here, back with a follow-up to my Reset Glitch tutorial for the fat Xbox 360 consoles. I promised you guys I would do a slim tutorial for a long time now, and I haven't gotten around to it, and I haven't really had an extra slim to mess around with, but I decided that I will go ahead and use my own as the tutorial dummy, I guess. So to get started, I'm going to show you guys all the things you're going to be needing to follow my tutorial. You're going to be needing a Nandx. It's going to be having to be running on v3 code, as this one is. All the things that you need can be bought off xconsoles.com. So you're going to need a Nandx on v3 code. You're going to need the actual Coolrunner board, as well as a Nandx to Coolrunner programmer cable to program it with the right timing files. There's a couple other add-on things that you can get as well. You can get the quick solder boards, which I don't use. I think they're completely unnecessary and a waste of $3-4. They don't improve timing or anything like that. But there is one thing that I did buy that I was using on my Slim that I actually have installed on right now. So let me see if I can find it here. Let's see, right here. The Executor Post QSB for the Xbox 360 Slim. They're not needed, but the thing is, the Slim that I have, for some reason, is a real pain in the ass to get consistently decent glitch times. Like, the average glitch times I had originally were like 45 seconds to a minute and a half or so, and after messing around with this thing for a while, I ended up getting it down to about average time about 16 seconds, which is a lot better than 45 to a minute and a half. So it's not necessary, but I mean, at an extra $4, this one I actually feel does have an effect on the overall quality and the overall just timing of your glitch. So I mean, you could try it without it, and if you aren't happy with your boot timings, then you can go ahead and get this, because um, you can pretty much do what this thing does by just cutting the wire that it comes with, shorter and longer, and trying different things out with it. But um, I tried it for a little bit and I got kind of lazy and just figured, screw it, I'd rather just, get this thing. So, and also, besides these three things, you're going to be needing obviously a soldering iron and some soldering tools. Just some basic solder will do, as well as flux. I do recommend getting some flux, otherwise, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder for you to follow along and do everything correctly. And also, even though this does say noob-friendly tutorial, I do want to point out that soldering in general is not really something that's too noobish, especially when you're soldering to tiny components like this for the reset glitch hack. So I'm not saying that a noob can't do this and not to try this, but don't get mad at me if for some reason you do fry your Xbox. I highly recommend always to test out soldering on a junk board like a Red Ring of Death board. Just practice desoldering and desoldering wires to different components, just so that you don't, try out your new Jasper and completely fry it to no return. So, just please, please, please don't attempt this if you have never soldered before on your good console. Like I said, try on a bad console. Alright, so enough with the talking. Let's go ahead and get started.
Alright guys, so here is the Slim that we are going to be recycler checking, or the one I'm going to be recycler checking. Totally stock. Let me go ahead and turn it on and show you guys it's stock. The only thing is with the fans are super loud. Don't pay attention to that. It's because I 12-volt fan modded them because this Slim had some overheating issues, and I just had too much crap inside of it, so that's the only difference. But other than that, it's completely stock. Powered on, and there you go. It's completely stock Xbox 360. Let me go ahead and power it off. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is reading the Nand on our Xbox 360 Slim. If you've ever read the Nand before, then it's not very much different than on a fat Xbox 360, just the points are in a different spot. So let me go ahead and put up a picture for you guys. So this is where you're going to be soldering. I'd go ahead and pause the actual video so that you can solder the wires in, and we'll go ahead and continue after the wires have been soldered in. Alright, so I got all of my NAND wires hooked up. Sorry, it looks like a mess because my Jtag programmer's right there. Yeah, all the NAND wires are all hooked up, and next step you're going to do is you are going to get your power supply and plug it into the back of the Xbox 360. Make sure that it's like plugged into the outlet, obviously, otherwise why would you be plugging it in? It wouldn't do anything. But don't power on the Xbox 360. Just make sure. Alright, then you want to get your Nandx, and you want to connect the USB cable to it. Like that. And then you want to connect it to your PC or laptop or whatever you're using. In my case, I'm using a laptop. And it should light up like this. If it's the first time using your Nandx, then you're going to have to install the drivers for it. I actually have a tutorial for that, so I'll put a link right here. So if you haven't, click on that and then continue. But if you've already installed the drivers, then you're ready to go, and we can head over to the computer.
Okay, so at the computer, the program we're going to be using is Jtag Tool by Coolrunner. I'm pretty sure that if you've been watching my videos, you've seen me use this program before. I highly recommend it. If you're on Vista or Windows 7, you have to run it as administrator, otherwise you might run into some problems. If you're on XP, I don't believe you need to do so, but just, you know, why not? It doesn't really take any extra trouble, so run it as administrator. Try it one more time. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and click on advanced mode. Make sure that you're using version 4.25. I'll put the link in the description for you to download, like I said, and it should be version 4.25. If not, then try to get the updated version. It should actually prompt you to update when you open it if you're not on the latest version. So then click advanced mode. And click Nand. Or first click main actually, and click USB. And this is the slim, so it's Trinity. Then click Nand. Click read Nand. And read Nand. And you want to read through your Nand twice. And once you read through it twice and you've saved both, then we'll go ahead and continue. Alright, so now that we have gotten 2 reads of our Nand, you're going to go ahead and click on the Nand Compare tab, and it should auto-load the 2 Nands that you read, but if it doesn't, just go ahead and find them. I saved mine to my desktop, Nand 1 and Nand 2, and then go ahead and click Compare. And what you want to see is 0 non-matching blocks found. If you see that, then you're good to go and you can continue. If not, you need to go back and check your soldering and get a couple more NAND reads until you have a consistent, the same image where it says 0 non-matching blocks found. Alright, so if you got this, we'll go ahead now and continue on to the next step. Alright, so for now you can go ahead and just minimize your Jtag tool. And you're going to need a program called 360 MultiBuilder. I'll put a link in the description. I'm using version 0.7 for this tutorial. You're going to go ahead and open it up, go under your data, My 360, and you want to copy one of your NAND dumps that you got from Jtag Tool into this folder. So there's my NAND 1, and you want to rename it NAND dump. And once you have that in there, you can go ahead and go back to the root folder and click run, and you'll get this command prompt or interface. And you're going to go ahead and click or type in 1 for Trinity. It says the file CPU text is missing from the folder, so the ECC image will be built instead. That's fine, so click enter. It'll do some work its magic right now. Alright, press any key to continue. And what it did was it created this right here, the image-000.ecc. So now you can go ahead and open up Jtag Tool again. Go ahead and select my settings and head over to the Nand tab again. Go ahead and click write.ecc and click on wherever your MultiBuilder folder is. So mine's on the desktop under data. You need to locate that image file that was just created, the .ecc. Go ahead and double click that. If you get this error, then it does it to me sometimes. Just exit out, unplug your USB, the Nandx,